My dear children, draw near to me now and rest in the stillness of my presence. Imagine the hush of dawn in a quiet chapel, where the glow of altar candles flickers softly and a single bell chimes in the distance. See the golden light of the rising sun streaming through stained glass, scattering colors across the stone floor like jewels laid at my feet. Feel the hush of heaven itself bending low, waiting for you to breathe deeply and know that you are not alone. I am here. I have always been here. I have seen the tears that fall in secret, the sighs that escape your heart when you wonder why the dreams you once cherished never came to pass. I know the ache that lingers in the silence after disappointment, when hopes feel shattered like a vessel dropped and cracked upon the floor. My dear children, I am the God who gathers what has been broken, and I am the one who makes all things new. Stay with me now. Allow my peace to wash over you like rivers of living water. This moment is holy, and you are safe in my embrace. I speak to you today because I want your hearts to be healed. I want you to know that your disappointments are not the end of your story. The plans that slip through your fingers, the dreams that seem to crumble before your eyes, these are not lost forever. In my hands, nothing is wasted. I am the God who restores, the Father who rebuilds, the potter who takes what has been cracked and remolds it into beauty. Just as a craftsman sees beyond the fracture in clay and creates a design more radiant than before, so I see beyond your broken dreams and I fashion them into something eternal, something rooted in my purpose. Stay with me through this message. Allow my spirit to whisper life into the places that feel barren. Trust that even now I am breathing hope into your heart. My dear children, disappointment often feels like a heavy stone pressing down upon your soul. You may have prayed, planned, worked, and waited, only to see the door close or the path vanish. In those moments, you may have wondered if I forgot you, if I turned my face away. But hear me now, I have never abandoned you. Not for one heartbeat, not for one breath. I see the dream that died. I know the longing that was never fulfilled. And yet I tell you this, I will give you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that you may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that I may be glorified, as it is written in Isaiah 61:3. Do you see the cracked pot in your hands, its edges chipped, its surface scarred? No longer the vessel you imagined it would be. You may feel that it has no worth, that it cannot hold anything again. But in my hands, that very vessel becomes a masterpiece. I mend the cracks with threads of gold. I pour my light through the broken places, and the scars become the very story of redemption. What you thought was ruined, I transform into radiant testimony. My dear children, do not fear the breaking, for the breaking is often the beginning of beauty. Do not cling to the dream that slipped away, for I have planted a new dream within you, one aligned with my heart and filled with eternal promise. Pause with me now and breathe in my spirit. Feel my peace wrapping around you like a soft cloak at the close of day. Hear the whisper of my love, as gentle as the wind moving through the trees. Remember that I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Trust this and let it steady your heart. When you walk through the valley of disappointment, I walk beside you. When you stand at the edge of dreams that never bloomed, I take your hand and lead you to new fields where seeds of hope will flourish. The delay was not denial, the silence was not neglect. It was preparation, for I was shaping you to carry the greater dream that now awaits you. Let your soul rest in this truth. Every tear you have cried I have counted, and every sorrow I have seen. Not one moment of your journey is wasted. The very things that seem to break you are the places where my grace will shine the brightest. Lift your eyes to me now. See how the morning light breaks through the dark clouds. Hear the song of renewal echoing across the heavens. Know that I am doing a new thing in your life, and soon it shall spring forth. My dear children, surrender your broken dreams to me. Place them at my feet like fragments of pottery laid upon the altar. Watch as I gather them with tender hands. Trust as I breathe life again. Rejoice as I reveal a vision far greater than what you imagined. My dear children, hear my voice as I speak tenderly to your hearts. So often you measure your worth by what you hope to accomplish, by the dreams that once burned brightly within you, but seem to slip away. You wonder if failure defines you, if loss has the final word. But I tell you now, nothing that has passed out of your grasp has the power to diminish who you are in my sight. You are mine, chosen, beloved, and treasured far beyond the rise and fall of earthly plans. Consider the field after a long winter. The soil appears barren, the trees stripped, the ground hard and unyielding. Yet, beneath that silence, I am at work. Roots deepen, seeds wait, and the promise of new growth lies hidden in the unseen. In the same way, when your dreams appear broken or delayed, I am working beneath the surface. What feels like emptiness is often the ground of preparation. I am cultivating something deeper, something eternal, something that will carry fruit in its season. Do not despise the cracks in your vessel. See them instead as openings where my glory may shine forth. When you feel like a pot broken and patched together, remember that it is through those very fractures that my light pours out most beautifully. My grace does not flow through perfection, but through surrender. What you see as weakness, I use as testimony. My dear children, let your scars sing of my healing. Let your disappointments declare my restoration. Pause for a moment and rest in this image. A cracked vessel lined with pure gold, each fissure glowing with light, each mark telling a story of redemption. That vessel is you, held in my hands, filled with my spirit, radiating beauty that is born not of striving, but of grace. Do not measure your life by the dream that did not come to pass. Measure it instead by my faithfulness, which never fails. Remember how I parted seas, how I raised valleys, how I turned mourning into dancing and ashes into beauty. The same power that spoke creation into being is at work in you even now. My dear children, many of you carry silent grief for what might have been. The career that never unfolded, the relationship that did not last, the opportunity that slipped away. You mourn quietly, thinking others would not understand, but I understand. I see the hidden tears, and I tell you, every lost dream placed in my hands becomes the soil from which something greater will spring forth. Think of Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, cast into prison, his youthful dreams of greatness seemingly shattered. Yet it was in those very places of disappointment that I shaped him, prepared him, and in the appointed time lifted him to a place far beyond what he had envisioned. My purposes were greater, and they prevailed. So it will be with you. Rest now and listen. I whisper to you that the story is not over. I am the author of your life, and I do not leave chapters unfinished. Even when you cannot see the next page, I am writing it with love and wisdom. Trust that my hand guides the pen. Lift your eyes from what is broken and look to me. See the sunrise breaking over the horizon, casting shadows aside, declaring that new light has come. In the same way, my spirit rises upon your life. Yesterday's loss will not define tomorrow's joy. The night may linger, but morning will surely come, and with it the dawning of new hope. Do not fear letting go of the dreams that lie shattered. Place them in my care, and you will see how I redeem and restore. Sometimes I remove a dream because it was too small, because it would have bound you instead of freed you, because it was rooted in things that could not last. My dreams for you are always greater, always rooted in eternal love, always aligned with my kingdom. My dear children, allow me to plant new visions in your heart. These dreams will not fade like mist, but will stand like oaks of righteousness, strong and enduring. They may not look like what you once imagined, but they will bring life to others. They will glorify my name, and they will fill your soul with peace. Let your heart be still now, and picture a river flowing through a dry land, bringing refreshment where once there was barrenness. That is what I am doing in you. The river of my spirit is carrying away disappointment, washing clean the dust of past failures, and making all things new. Do not hold on to bitterness, my dear children. Do not rehearse what could have been. Release it all into my hands. As you surrender, your heart will lighten, your spirit will soar, and you will see the horizon open before you. The broken road you feared would end in despair is the very path I will use to lead you into joy. Remember my promise, I will give you beauty for ashes. Not beauty alongside ashes, not beauty in spite of ashes, but beauty in exchange for ashes. I transform what was wasted into wonder, what was shattered into strength. Nothing surrendered to me is ever truly lost, so rise again, beloved ones. Do not sit in the ruins of yesterday. Let my spirit lift your face toward the light. Trust that the dreams I birth in you now are filled with eternal weight and lasting purpose. My dear children, the time of mourning will turn into dancing. The fields you thought were barren will bloom. The vessel once cracked will shine with a radiance that comes only from my touch. And when others see you, they will marvel not at what you accomplished, but at what I accomplished through you. My dear children, draw close to me now and hear the steady rhythm of my heart for you. I know the tender places where dreams have broken. I know the silent questions you ask when you lie awake at night, wondering if you missed your path, wondering if life passed you by. Let my voice soothe those restless thoughts. Let my presence quiet the storm within. I remind you, nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Not one tear, not one waiting season, not one shattered hope. All of it I gather into my hands, and I weave it into the story of redemption that I am writing over your life. Where you see only fragments, I see a future. Where you feel only loss, I see the seed of something new. My dear children, think of the garden after a fire. At first, the land appears blackened and lifeless. Yet beneath the surface, new shoots press upward, nourished by what seemed to be destruction. So it is with you. Out of the ashes of broken dreams, I bring forth life. I do not erase your story, I redeem it. Rest in this truth. The dreams you thought were lost may have been the stepping stones to the ones I am preparing. Some dreams were for a season, and when that season ended, you thought the dream had failed. But no, it accomplished what it was meant to do. It shaped you. It grew you. It prepared you. And now I invite you to lift your eyes to the horizon where a new vision is rising. Picture yourself standing beside a potter's wheel. In your hands is a vessel cracked and uneven. In your sorrow you set it down, thinking it ruined. But see how I, the master potter, place my hands upon it. I press, I shape, I turn, I refine. Slowly, lovingly, I transform the vessel into something strong and beautiful, adorned with lines of grace. My dear children, you are that vessel, and your cracks are not the end, they are the canvas for my glory. I speak to you now of hope. Hope is not a fragile thing that depends on circumstances. Hope in me is living, unshakable, eternal. When I give you a new dream, it is not built on sand, but on rock. Though winds may blow and storms may come, my purpose will stand. Remember what I have spoken through my word. I am making all things new. Believe this for your own life. Believe this for the places where disappointment told you it was finished. I am not finished with you. My dear children, let go of comparing your journey to another's. You see someone else's dream flourishing, and you wonder why yours faded. But you do not see the full picture. I know the hidden burdens they carry, the path they walk. I crafted your journey uniquely, with love tailored to your soul. Do not despise your story, for it is holy in my sight. I call you now to walk forward, not backward. Release the if only and the what might have been. Release the ache of missed chances. Place them gently into my hands. As you do, your spirit will feel lighter, freer, unchained from regret. And as you release, you make room for the new. Let your heart imagine with me. Imagine a desert blooming with flowers, colors bursting where once there was only dust. Imagine a melody rising where there was silence, a song of joy spilling into the air. Imagine a stained glass window, broken pieces of glass fused together by fire, now casting radiant light in patterns more beautiful than before. My dear children, this is what I am doing in you. Take courage. Walk with me into the unknown. I do not lead you into emptiness, but into promise. Every step you take in faith becomes a seed, and every seed will bear fruit in its time. Do not be discouraged when growth is slow. Trust the process of my Spirit. The oak tree begins as a small acorn buried in the dark earth, yet in time it stretches heavenward, strong and enduring. I remind you again of my promise from Isaiah 61:3. Beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, a garment of praise instead of despair. This is not a distant hope. It is your inheritance now. Let these words settle into your soul. Let them heal the places that ache. Let them be the song you carry into tomorrow. My dear children, when you feel weary, come and rest beneath my shade. When you feel weak, lean on my strength. When you feel empty, open your hands and let me fill them anew. I am your Father, and I delight to restore. Do not fear the future. Fear cannot live where my love abides. Walk boldly, knowing I go before you, behind you, and beside you. Every chapter of your story is safe in my hands. Now, pause with me. Breathe in my peace. Imagine the calm after a storm, when the clouds part and the sky opens in radiant blue. Feel the warmth of sunlight on your face, the fresh scent of rain lingering in the air. That is what I am bringing into your life, calm after the storm, light after the night, joy after sorrow. Lift your eyes, my dear children. See the beauty that is coming. Trust me with what is broken, and you will watch as I turn it into testimony. Trust me with what is lost, and you will see resurrection. Trust me with your heart, and you will know joy that no one can take from you. Your story is not defined by broken dreams. Your story is defined by my unfailing love. Rest in that truth and let your soul be renewed. My dear children, I see the dreams that once burned in your heart and now lie silent, like embers fading in the dark. You wonder if they will ever glow again, if the fire is gone forever. Hear me now. I am the God who breathes life into dry bones, who calls light out of darkness, who rekindles what seems extinguished. Those embers are not beyond my touch. With one breath of my spirit, they can blaze anew, brighter than before, refined and purified for my glory. Do not measure your future by the ashes of your past. Do not let yesterday's disappointments dictate tomorrow's hope. The dreams that shattered were not the end, but the turning of a page. Just as a seed must fall into the ground and die before it bears fruit, so some of your dreams had to be surrendered so that something greater could spring forth. Trust this process, for my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. Picture this with me, a field where the farmer once planted seed, but the harvest failed. He looks upon the empty soil with sorrow, believing it barren. Yet when the rains come, hidden seeds sprout that he did not even know were planted. My dear children, I am that faithful farmer, and your life is that field. I have planted seeds you cannot see yet. In due season they will arise, and you will marvel at what I have done. I know that waiting is difficult. I know how silence can weigh heavily on your heart. You ask why I delay, why I do not move when you long for me to act. But delay is not denial. Delay is preparation. I am aligning circumstances, weaving threads, and shaping your heart to carry what I will entrust to you. When the fullness of time comes, my promises will not fail. Do you remember Abraham and Sarah? They longed for a child, and their dream seemed impossible. Years passed, and hope seemed gone. Yet in the fullness of time, I fulfilled my promise. My dear children, if I was faithful to them, will I not also be faithful to you? Hold fast to my promises, for I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I want you to picture a stained glass window once more. Each piece of broken glass is fitted into place, fused by fire, and together they form a picture more beautiful than the original shards could ever be alone. This is what I am doing with your life. I am taking the broken pieces of your dreams, setting them within the framework of my purpose, and creating a masterpiece that will shine with my light. Do not be ashamed of your cracks. Do not hide your scars. These are the very places where my grace will flow. When others see your restored life, they will know it was not by your strength, but by mine. And your testimony will bring hope to hearts who feel broken like you once did. My dear children, some of you carry bitterness over dreams that failed. That bitterness is like a chain around your soul, keeping you bound to the past. I invite you now to release it. Place that chain into my hands. Forgive those who hurt you. Release the regret that clings to you. As you let go, you will feel freedom flood your heart like fresh wind through an open window. Let your imagination rest in this image, a cracked vessel filled with clear water. Though the water seeps through the cracks, it waters the ground below, bringing life where there was none. Even in your brokenness, you have been pouring blessing into others. You thought your life was wasted, but I have been using even your pain to bring forth life. Nothing surrendered to me is in vain. Remember the words I spoke through the psalmist. Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. Believe this for yourself. Your tears have watered the soil. Your cries have reached my ears. And in due season, joy will spring forth like a harvest beyond what you imagined. My dear children, I want you to dream again, but this time, dream with me. Do not cling to your own understanding, but lean into my spirit. Ask me to show you the visions I have planted for your life. Some will be small and tender, like quiet acts of kindness that ripple outward. Others will be vast and bold, like rivers flowing into nations. Whatever they may be, they will carry my life, my purpose, and my eternal weight of glory. Lift your heart to me now. Feel the warmth of my presence surrounding you. See the clouds parting, the sun breaking through, light spilling across the landscape of your soul. That light is my promise, shining upon you. Walk in it. Trust it. Let it lead you. Do not say, "It is too late," for I am the God who restores years the locusts have eaten. I am the God who redeems time itself. What you thought was lost beyond repair, I can renew. What you thought was gone forever, I can bring back in ways you could not have dreamed. My dear children, I ask you to release control. Stop striving to piece together the broken fragments on your own. Lay them at my feet and watch what I will do. For my strength is made perfect in weakness, and my glory shines brightest in surrendered hearts. Now imagine with me a desert, vast and dry, suddenly breaking open with streams of water. Flowers bloom where once there was only dust. The air fills with fragrance. The ground bursts with color. This is my promise to you. I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Take heart, beloved ones. Your broken dreams are not the end. They are the beginning of a story of restoration that only I can write. Walk with me, and you will see it unfold. Trust in me, and you will not be disappointed. Rest in me, and your soul will find peace. Lift your face to me now, and let my light shine upon you. Hear my words deep in your spirit. I am with you. I love you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. And I am making all things new. My dear children, sit quietly with me in this moment. Do you feel the stillness? Do you hear the soft whisper of my spirit as it brushes over your soul like a gentle breeze at dawn? I am here, I am near, and I am speaking life into the very places where you have felt only silence. I know the weight of unfulfilled longings. I know the sting of broken dreams. I know the heaviness of plans that never took shape. Yet I remind you now, those places are not wasted ground. They are holy ground, for it is in the soil of disappointment that my greatest miracles often take root. What you see as loss, I see as preparation. What you feel as the end, I see as a doorway into something new. Remember, my dear children, I am not bound by time. I am not confined by your calendars or by your years. What seems delayed to you is not delayed in my sight. I move at the appointed time, and my timing is perfect. When the moment comes, no one can close the door I open. I think of the night sky. For long hours it is filled only with darkness and stars. Yet in a single moment the horizon glows and the sun rises, flooding the world with light. So it is with your life. You may walk long in the night of broken dreams, but suddenly my light will break forth, and all will be changed. Do not despair if others do not understand your journey. Some will question why you let go of certain dreams. Others will not see the pain of what was lost. But I see, I understand, and I assure you that I am writing your story with care and precision. Every line, every chapter carries my love. Pause now and breathe deeply of my peace. Imagine standing on the shore of a vast ocean. Waves lap at your feet, the horizon stretches endlessly, and the sound of the water is steady and calming. That ocean is my love, deep, wide, endless, unshakable. Let it wash over your heart and carry away every fear, every regret, every doubt. My dear children, you may think your life is too broken, too far gone for beauty to emerge, but look at the cracked pot again. It seems ruined, yet when I pour light into it, the cracks glow, and the vessel becomes more precious than before. So it is with you. Your brokenness does not disqualify you. It is the very place where my power will be displayed. Do you remember how I restored Peter? He denied me 3 times, his dream of loyalty shattered. Yet I did not cast him aside. I met him at the shore, fed him breakfast, and spoke life into him again. Feed my sheep, I told him. And from that place of brokenness, he rose stronger, carrying a new dream aligned with my purpose. If I did this for Peter, will I not also restore you? My children, some of you hold tightly to old dreams, unwilling to let go. But like a child clutching a withered flower, you do not realize that I stand before you with a garden. Release what has faded, and I will place in your hands something fresh, alive, and fragrant with my spirit. See the river that flows from my throne, clear and life-giving. Step into it now in faith. Allow its waters to carry away sorrow and to nourish the seeds of new dreams. Let the current of my spirit guide you. For my plans for you are not shallow streams, but mighty rivers flowing into eternity. Do not be afraid to begin again. Age does not matter. Past failures do not matter. Missed opportunities do not matter. I am the God who restores years, who redeems time, who makes all things new. You are never too late for me to work wonders in your life. My dear children, the story of your broken dreams is not written in ink that cannot be changed. My spirit is the author, and I am still writing. The pen is in my hand, and the ink is grace. I do not leave unfinished sentences. I do not leave you stranded in despair. Trust me as I continue the narrative. Lift your face now, and let the light of my countenance shine upon you. Feel the warmth of my blessing resting on you. Hear the assurance of my word resounding within you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Take this promise and plant it deep in your heart. Let it be the root that anchors every new dream I place within you. My dear children, some dreams I restore just as they were, breathing life into them once again. Others I transform, reshaping them into something greater than you imagined. Still others I replace entirely with visions so wondrous that you will forget the sorrow of what was lost. In each case, the outcome is the same. My glory revealed, your heart renewed, and my kingdom advanced. Trust me, trust my timing, trust my heart for you. I am not withholding good from you. I am preparing good for you. The delay is not punishment, but protection, not rejection, but redirection. Now imagine the calm after a storm. The winds subside, the sky clears, and the air is fresh with promise. That is what I am bringing into your life. The storm of disappointment is passing, and a season of peace is dawning. Stand firm in this hope. Walk forward in faith, and know that I am with you, guiding you into dreams that cannot be broken, because they are born of my eternal purpose. My dear children, linger with me now as this message draws toward its close. Do not rush away, for these final moments are filled with my blessing and with my peace. As the last notes of a hymn linger in a chapel, let these words rest gently upon your heart, carrying you into the stillness of my presence. I have walked with you through the valleys of disappointment, through the weight of broken dreams, and through the ache of unfulfilled longings. Yet here, at this moment, I wrap you in the assurance that you are not forgotten, not forsaken, and never beyond the reach of my love. Like light breaking through clouds after a storm, my promises rise over your life with new brilliance. My dear children, let your souls breathe freely now. Breathe in hope and breathe out despair. Breathe in joy and breathe out sorrow. Breathe in my presence and release every burden, for I am the one who restores your soul, who makes you lie down in green pastures, who leads you beside still waters, who refreshes your heart. Think of a river flowing gently through a parched land. The soil drinks deeply, the earth softens, and flowers begin to bloom where once there was only dust. So my spirit flows within you even now, bringing life to what felt barren. Whoever believes in me, as Scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them. This promise is true for you today. Let the river of my Spirit wash over every weary place, bringing freshness, renewal, and peace. I hold you close as a father embraces his children at the end of a long and difficult journey. Feel my arms around you now, strong yet gentle, firm yet tender. You are safe in my embrace. You do not need to prove yourself to me. You do not need to hide your scars. You are already mine, and nothing, not broken dreams, not failed plans, not fears of the future, can snatch you from my hand. My dear children, allow this truth to settle deep. You are loved beyond measure. You are precious beyond price. You are chosen, redeemed, and called by name. The world may overlook you, but I never do. The world may measure by success and failure, but I measure by faith and by love, and I see both growing in you. As the sun sets and the sky glows with soft colors, imagine me painting the heavens just for you, a reminder that I make all things beautiful in their time. Just as each sunset is unique, so your journey is unique, crafted with care. Trust that I, the author of beauty, am also the author of your life. I bless you now with peace. Let my peace cover you like a warm blanket on a cool night. Let it quiet your restless thoughts and steady your anxious heart. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Receive this peace now, my dear children, for it is my gift to you. I bless you with courage. The road ahead may be uncertain, but I walk beside you. When you feel weak, lean on me. When you feel lost, follow my light. When you feel weary, rest in my presence. Take courage, for I am your strength, your shield, and your ever-present help. I bless you with hope, hope that rises like dawn after the longest night, hope that whispers in the silence that your story is not over, hope that assures you that new dreams, rooted in my purpose, are already unfolding. Do not fear tomorrow, for I hold tomorrow in my hands, and I hold you as well. My dear children, imagine the calm after a storm. The winds have ceased, the rain has stopped, and the air is filled with freshness. That is what I bring into your life. The storm has not destroyed you, it has cleansed you. The shaking has not ruined you, it has rooted you more deeply in me, and from this calm you will rise renewed. Lift your eyes now to the mountains and know where your help comes from. Your help comes from me, the maker of heaven and earth. Just as mountains stand firm and unshaken, so my promises stand firm over you. Trust them, rest in them, walk in them. My dear children, as this message comes to its close, carry these truths with you into the days ahead. When doubts whisper, remember my voice of love. When fears rise, remember my promises of peace. When dreams falter, remember my power to restore. I send you out now with my blessing. Go with confidence, knowing that I go before you to prepare the way. Go with joy, knowing that I delight in you. Go with faith, knowing that I am faithful to complete the good work I have begun in you. And as you go, let this word dwell in you richly. I will give you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Let it echo in your heart like a song that never fades. Let it lift you when you feel low and strengthen you when you feel weak. My dear children, before we part, I gently invite you to share this message of hope. Just as a lamp is not meant to be hidden under a basket, but placed on a stand to give light to all, so the words you have received today can shine for others. If this message has touched you, let it ripple outward. You may choose to like, to comment, or to subscribe, not for vanity, but so that others may also hear my voice of love through these words. In doing so, you join me in spreading light into a world that longs for hope. So go now, wrapped in my blessing. Go with peace as your companion, joy as your song, and hope as your anchor. Go knowing that I am with you always, to the very end of the age. My dear children, rest in my embrace, walk in my light, and never forget, you are mine, and I am making all things new.